In this video, I'll show you how to take a Google Sheet like this, filter it by email address, and display it in a Zendesk ticket in the app sidebar, or in Zendesk Chat, or in Zendesk Cell. All you need is a tool called FactBranch, and I'm going to walk you through the steps to set up FactBranch. So when you create an account, the first thing you'll see is this screen. And what we want to do is show data in the FactBranch Zendesk app. So I'm going to select that. What I see then is a basic data pipeline that consists of a trigger and a node that displays data. What's missing is the data node itself. So I'm going to create a Google Sheets node. And what that's going to do is query my Google Sheet and filter it by a column I'm going to define. So let's start by connecting my Google Sheets account. Can allow access here, and automatically I now have my Google Sheets account selected as a data source in this node, and I can copy paste the spreadsheet's URL here. Click load. What you see next is all the worksheets I have. So if we go back to the sheet, here you have all the worksheets or tables, and I want to use the real data main. So I'm going to select that here. Now we actually have everything we need. When I run this node, it's just gonna show me all my rows, but of course I only want to select a specific row for one, for a customer, for example. So I'm going to add a condition and say only if the email address column matches the email address we get from the Zendesk app. I'm going to copy the variable and paste it here. So variables are always have the format $, and in this case it comes from the trigger, which is the Zendesk app, then data and email. And if I run it now, it doesn't match any rows because we don't have a test.example.com entry. But if I change that to Alice and hit save, run again, we get one row for Alice. So if I go back to the data pipeline now, the whole data pipeline will get triggered by our Zendesk app. Then it sends the customer information to the Google Sheets node, which selects one row. And finally, it forwards the results to our display node. And I'm going to set up the display node now. As you can see here, we get rows from the previous node. And a very convenient FactBranch feature is that we can now generate a UI for this data format we get. So if I hit generate a UI, it automatically generates an HTML template for me. And now if I'm happy with the output I see, I can change anything in here, maybe change a label or something. This is basic HTML. The templating language we're using is very similar to Liquid or Ginger 2 templating, which you might already know. One thing that the generate UI function detected automatically was that this field is a URL, and so it converted it into a link automatically. Okay, so let's say I'm happy with the results here. Let's go back to the data pipeline. And the only thing that's missing is installing our app in Zendesk. And I'm going to do that now. So first thing we have to do is head to the trigger config. There you'll find installing the Zendesk app and this API key. We're going to need that later, so I'm going to already copy that. And here are links to the all three different Zendesk apps we have. I want to install it in Zendesk Support, and these links forward you to the marketplace. I'm going to install it for my account. And here it asks me, you can also give a title to the app. I'm going to leave it at FactBranch. And here it asks me for the API key. I'm going to paste it in here. You can also activate role restrictions or group restrictions if you only want to show the app to some of your agents. I'm going to hit install. And now if I go back to my agent view and open a ticket, you might have to refresh. You'll see that FactBranch loads. And so the requester is just a demo requester, Charlie, and it automatically loaded the data from our Google Sheet for charlie@example.com. So that's how you take a Google Sheet spreadsheet and display the data in Zendesk Support, Zendesk Chat, and Zendesk Cell.